Hi, and thanks for joining me. I'm Dot Becker, and I am the Dot Effect. I'm going to talk to you today through one of the sections on the business workout. It's going to be the You section, and there are in total 4 little sections within this program. There are summaries. The entire program is very specific and very tailored to each individual client, and it takes anywhere between 90 minutes to 2 hours for each section. So this is purely a summary, but I think it's going to be interesting for you and hopefully give you a better idea about how you need to work out your business for the health of your business and for your business success. Like we need to work out for our health, so our business also really needs to have a healthy workout from time to time. I like to talk about the business workout because it helps you get clarity and it helps you take action. I find that when entrepreneurs, people in their own businesses, are stuck, they generally don't know what the next action needs to be, and that's generally because they're not clear. So this little workout really helps you get a little bit more clarity, a little bit more focus, and helps you move your business forward in the kind of way that you're really looking to achieve that. My business workout diagram is a very simple one, and I think the best thing about the program is that it is pretty simple, yet very effective. So it's you, the business, and the customer. And in the middle, there's that lovely sweet spot where everything's going well for you, you're enjoying your business, you're being successful, your business is doing what it needs to, what you wanted it to do, your customer is happy, they're paying you, and hey, that's what a business is all about. But it's really important for you to be part of that, which doesn't often happen within most coaching programs. So I'm going to take you through this section now, and we're going to just start off with a little quotation that I like to share with you. Every business is an expression and a reflection of the person who runs it. I don't think that there's anything more true than that. The way that your business works, what your business does, how it performs, it's all about you. If it's not doing well, then you really need to look at what's going on for you as well as for the business. It isn't very often that a business is failing without something that's not right for you. So this particular section of the business workout is specifically focused on you. So let me talk a little bit about how you are important. If you're not satisfied, I think I said to you earlier, if you're not focused, if a business isn't meeting your personal goals and ambitions, I really struggle to find out why people are then in business. Why are they in business doing something that they're not enjoying, that they don't particularly like, isn't fitting in with them? I think that I always see that when people are doing something that doesn't fit in with their own personal values or their own personal worth, it tells. There's something that I can see within the business that shows that up. So my aim is to help you get completely clear and then help you work through some of the different aspects of what's important to you and how that makes business work better. So we're going into this little diagram here. I'm very big on the personal profile. I use a very simple profiling tool with my clients, and it helps me get a better understanding of what their personal profile is, how they like to interact with people, what their personal style is, what their personal preferences are, and I find it really helpful. For instance, I'm a Blaze, which makes me very people-oriented, a great networker, and I leverage my business through people. So it makes sense that I'm a coach and I'm a mentor, and I work with people all the time. And I love connecting people. Other people are more systems-orientated, and that's fine too. Just it's hard to be, for me, I'm very people-oriented, so for me, systems and processes are sort of the tedious part of my day, and not the things that I do best. So focusing on the things you do best within your business is an important part of your business, I believe, really and truly. And this has helped clarify a lot of things for some of my clients who've been trying to leverage themselves doing the wrong things. So the personal profile test is an easy one to do. It's not mine, but you can get some support information and a link to the profile test on www.thedoteffect.com/success profile. So I hope you enjoy that. Please feel free to take that up. So the next thing after that, once you understand yourself a little bit better, is to look at your values. What's important to you? I always say to my clients, what are the 3 to 5 things that you would not give up? That if you were put in a position that you would just say, no, these things I won't do. These things I won't go beyond. So for me, some of my personal things are honesty. I like to be honest in my communication, and sometimes I'm a little bit too honest, but I do warn my clients that I'm pretty direct. So honesty is important to me. Integrity, I like to say what I'm going to do and do what I'm going to say, so that matches. And I expect my clients, if I say they're going to pitch up for a meeting, I expect them to do that too. So those are 2 very big ones for me. And then perhaps another one is respect. If for any reason I definitely don't disrespect my clients. If for any reason a client disrespects me, it's just something I don't tolerate. It's a border beyond which it's like, thank you very much, but no. So honesty, integrity, and respect are, I would guess, my 3 top ones. Have a look at a values list and see which ones are your top values, the ones that you would not go without. Write these down, and we're going to look at those again a little bit later. Then look at your passion. What are you passionate about? What are you passionate about? We're not talking about the business right now. We're not talking about your customers right now. We're talking about you. What makes you passionate? For me, my passion is entrepreneurship. I believe that everybody deserves to be happy. And I think that the way that the world is going, the everlasting job, the lifetime job, is no longer a reality in most cases. I think that entrepreneurship opens avenues for people to be closer aligned to their values, their passions, etc., instead of being in that 9-to-5 job. Not that there's anything wrong with a 9-to-5 job. I just believe that entrepreneurship offers great opportunities and great flexibility for people. So what's your passion? What are you really passionate about? And if you're passionate about a number of things, that's okay. Write those down, because this is all about helping you get clarity. One of the things that's really important in business is your supporting network. And again, I'd like you to take a piece of paper and write down, who do you need within your business or within what you want to do that you need their support. This is really a lot about family and friends and maybe work colleagues or partners, and asking them for their support. I'm often surprised at people who pursue business goals, and when I say to them, okay, so have you got your supporting network on board? They say, well, my partner knows what I'm doing, and that's it. I'm like, okay, have you spoken to them about it? Do they like what you're doing? Do they approve? Will they support you either financially, morally, emotionally when you need it? And often that conversation hasn't taken place. So I would really like you to write down the people that you need in your business going forward, or in your life, that you need their support and you need their encouragement, and ask them for that. Have that conversation. And often, of course, when you're going into business, you're going to be working maybe longer hours, you maybe need more flexibility, and if that affects your family, be sure to have that conversation. This prevents lots of miscommunication, misunderstandings, and arguments later on, I promise you. So bring those people on board so that they understand that you've got them to buy in and help you and support you. You know, most people will help you if you ask them to. So write those down and write down anybody. And also, you know, if later on you need the help or support of your ex-boss or people that you've encountered, these are great people too to keep a note of and keep track of and make sure that you have those conversations with them. Never believe that everybody is somehow tapped into the ESP of your world and knows everything that you want, need, and aspire to. So be sure to have those conversations. I'm then going to talk about investment and ROI, which stands for return on investment. Write down again, what is your investment? Now, I don't want to just know about the investment you're going to make in terms of money. Yes, this is important. So, you know, let's have a column for money. Have a column for time. What kind of time investment are you going to be making? What investment in other resources that you have in terms of do you need to use your house? What else are you investing in your idea, your business? And then very importantly, let's look at what return do you want from that investment? You know, we tend to put a lot in, and it's a common mistake amongst entrepreneurs to invest their time and their effort and their energy and only be paid for the materials, and they don't actually charge for their time. So this all forms part of a later discussion when we're talking about business. I want you to write down everything that you're investing and what you want back. You want to cover these costs? Do you want, a boat in the Bahamas? Whatever it is for you, there is no judgment here. Whatever you want but write it down so that you have a realistic idea of whether that's achievable and how much you've invested and what you want back. A business, if you're going to get into it, needs to be delivering you part of that return of investment. It may not happen immediately, but you need to have an eye on it. When you get dissatisfied in business because you're not getting something out of it, sometimes it's very often about the return on investment you've made in terms of effort or energy or money or resources that you're not getting out, which causes a lot of frustration. I'm now going to talk about your brand. This is a question that I very often get from people is, am I the brand? Do I need to be the brand? Do I have to be the brand? Should I be the brand? Because there's all this conversation around branding, and it depends. If you're like me, a Blaze, a people person, very often people are brands. So if you think about Oprah Winfrey, Richard Branson, these types of people are all brands. And the test will tell you a little bit more about the people within your profile. However, I think that if you're very uncomfortable with being the brand, that's okay. I think there's a lot of emphasis today on you must be the brand, and it isn't always so. I think I want you to look at it this way. Are you going to lead with yourself, or are you going to lead with your products and services? And that's where your branding comes in, okay? And there's always a flavor of yourself, and that's a little bit about your values and your passion. So think about what it is that you're going to bring to this that is yours, your individual touch, your individual taste, your individual tone of voice, whatever it is that is yours uniquely or individually that you want to bring to it. And maybe it's your design, maybe it's your style, maybe it's your technological ability. These are things that I like to look at when I'm looking at the brand. So these are only a few of about 30 items that I look at, and each business very often requires a different list of things that I look at. But I think that if you get these few things under your belt, they'll give you probably a different idea about your business. And as I've said, don't panic if it doesn't make sense right now. We're going to look at it in a little bit more detail later on. So this is the You section. Thank you for joining me.